Yes. Greetings, one and all, to all the family out there. How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? Oh, today we got a special broadcast coming today. I made it my business to watch this Prime video, this Prime movie, and based on the court proceedings with the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And today at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have this great brother coming up with us in the next 6 minutes. Samuel Lee Fudge will be with us, lead actor and writer of Mosiah. Yes, it's going to be fire, family. So I can't wait. I see people are coming in the chat. Make sure, family, y'all do me a favor. Do me a favor, like I always like to ask. Please like, subscribe, and share with others, because this is really something that is touching to my heart, because my grandfather was a part of the UNIA, was a friend of Marcus Garvey also, and was one of those people that in Jamaica at that time was working to get him out of prison, which the prison wasn't too far from my grandfather's house in Spanish Town. I've been to GP. I've seen that area. I haven't been inside of it, of course, but there's a place called Prison Oval Rock where they used to have parties and large concerts. So right there next to GP, General Penitentiary, where Marcus Garvey was held, I've seen that prison. I've seen the outskirts of that prison. Big up to K Fight in the business, Sister Keisha. What up, girl? You know it. What's up, family? How you doing, Sister Keisha? You know how we do. Color Curiosities in the building also. Again, please like, subscribe, and share with at least 3 people. Let them know that we are in the building about to interview this young man, which is an interesting because this young man is born here, and his family is not even from Jamaica. So we're gonna have an interesting conversation, very interesting conversation, because we always know that there's actors from England that portrays history over here. But when to see an American actor portray a Jamaican actor, and sounded quite good, which was very interesting. He sounded quite good. I could tell he studied the voice patterns of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I could tell, because I've listened to a lot of Marcus Mosiah Garvey's speech. I've read his books before that, and the opinions and philosophies, of course. Philosophies and Opinions of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. That's a thick book. I lost that in the storage recently. That storage, it is what it is. But I'm going to get it back, because I had 2 of them actually. So again, family, please like, subscribe, and share with at least 3 people right now. Like, subscribe, and share with at least 3 people right now, so people can come on out and enjoy what we're about to do here. And it's going to be a beautiful conversation with this brother. And also, you can also support the channel. You can also support the channel by donating Super Chat. You can donate through Super Chat, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. Or you can donate through Spread Love via Super Sticker, Super Chat, or join the membership, and let's have a good time. Let's enjoy, because in the membership, we're doing a lot in the membership, and we try to make sure we disseminate motivational information to help keep people's vibration at a higher level in this day and time. That's my gift, to be able to use numbers to help people. And this brother, I can't wait to have him on, because he's doing some wonderful work. Remember, Nicholas Brooklyn got something coming up, so make sure you support them on Friday, the 28th of February. They got something coming up, so make sure you go to their Eventbrite. Go to their Eventbrite. That's Nicholas Brooklyn at Eventbrite, or call them at 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. The month of March is going to be exciting, because I have all of these women coming in. March, that's Women's Herstory Month. Forever, and forever. Of course, Queen Esther will be with us on March 2nd. Dominique Sade will be with us on March the 5th. Kateria Knowles will be with us on March the 9th. Rosalind Hunt will be with us on March the 12th. And Cinnamon will be with us on March the 16th, right here at King Simon Presents, right here on YouTube, guys. So, man, and of course, on the 15th, our dear sister will be back in Georgia. Paris Williams will be back in Georgia from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Zen Bar. Very beautiful bar, very beautiful, holistic bar with tea and juices and all that kind of stuff. And she'll be doing a book sign and a meet and greet over there. And make sure you join my membership again. Please join the membership. That's what it's about. Big up to, of course, Color Curiosity. Big up to the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore with her new book called The Iris Papers. Big up to my son with his services in Atlanta, surrounding metro area. Of course, pressure wash, car detailing, and dumpster wash. He comes straight to your house personally. So make sure you call the number on the bottom. And don't forget, my son in New York City has a great recording studio, very intimate setting where you can do podcasting, or he can help you out with your podcasting, recording, event productions, artist development, and also an audio book if you want your audio book done. And there it is. You can book a session with me. Text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Yes. So yes, and that's very important. And that's very important. So please take the time out and really, if you want to book a session with me, don't play, make it happen. Don't play, make it happen. That's what we do. All right. Yeah. So make sure we all take the time out and really consider our mathematics that we're born through, and the name that we use. Those mathematics are very important, And brother's hitting me up on the email. I don't know if he got it, but I know I emailed it to him already. So hopefully he got the email, and we don't get caught out there and all of that. So I know that email was sent to him. So family, how you feeling out there? And those who want to actually cam up and come and talk to him directly, you will have to hit me up on my email. Here is my email, just in case you want to cam up and talk to him. askthenumerovator@gmail. So probably at the bottom of the hour, we will do that. askthenumerovator@gmail. askthenumerovator@gmail. And you can actually come on and talk to him directly if you want to talk to the brother. This is what we all about. We're about making it happen. You understand? That's what we're all about, making things happen. We're waiting for him to come in. So we pray that he makes it in. And of course, we're waiting for him to come in. Let me make sure that everybody on Instagram is doing well. Okay, my Instagram crew is there. All right, I see y'all on Facebook is there also. Let me just make sure I go to IG. Make sure my IG people are there also. Yes, the IG people are there also. Big up to all my IG crew. And make sure y'all are doing. Hold on, let me just run another commercial. I got to run one more commercial before he comes on. I want to make sure that let me run one more commercial before he come on, because I promised my brother Shabazz, who's doing an X. I see him on the background. I see him in the background. I see our brother in the background. I promised my brother Shabazz, since he's got a major event coming up, let's big up Shabazz and the whole crew. We'll be right back and right black after this.
Eye Opener Productions presents Magical Kemet Revisited, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. In honor of our previous Magical Kemet event 14 years ago, we once again bring you Master Teacher M. Fundishi, J. Hootie Mess, and Professor Kaba Kamene.
In ancient Kemet, they had showed that that's not a star there. I know it's a nebula. And a nebula gives birth to stars. And so Sirius A comes from that nebula. And then the ancient Kemetu said, we also come from that nebula. That birthed our star. So this gets really deep. So we're going to, I'm telling people, bring some boots, because it's going to get real deep. We're going in real deep.
In calling, so you are now going to understand that it is time now to move back and get back onto the path of Ma'at. And on the path of Ma'at, is where you are on your road to your destiny and what you were called for. And the longer that you go on this road, as you become an elder and you get more mature and you're moving through, your journey becomes clearer.
Make sure you get your tickets in advance for $30. Tickets will be sold at the door for $40. For tickets, scan this code or go to magicalchemet.eventbrite.com. We will be at the Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Health Science Building. Enter at the gate on Flatbush Extension between DeKalb and Willoughby.
All right. Without further ado, family, I want to bring on a celebrated actor, writer, director, producer, known for his international acclaim. Man, he has earned his M.F.A. in Performing Arts from Savannah College of Arts and Design, holds a B.A. in Films from the Paine College in Augusta, Georgia. Fudge has appeared in several major motion pictures, including M.F.A, produced by a good friend of mine, him and his brother, Reginald Hudlin. We trained martial arts back in the day. Genius, M.F.A, and X, produced by Reggie and Rock Bythewood. And also in 2023, he made history as the first actor to portray Marcus Garvey in a narrative film with Mosiah, a groundbreaking project. He also wrote, this film is the first narrative portrayal of Garvey's life, showcasing Fudge's dedication to storytelling and representation. Without further ado, family, let's give a well-deserved round of applause to our brother, the one, the only, Samuel Lee Fudge in the building.
How you doing, brother?
My brother, welcome.
I love the introduction, brother. I love the introduction. Thank you.
Man, this is what I've been doing since I was young. On radio in New York, on Madison Square Garden stages, I've been doing this for a long time, man. But I'm proud of your journey, sir. I'm proud of your journey. It's all about your journey today.
Thank you.
I want to let people know, of course, you can connect with him, and everything is pinned at the top of the chat in my on YouTube right now. His Instagram, Mosiah the movie, his Instagram, Samuel Lee Fudge, his Facebook, Samuel Lee Fudge, and of course, FudgeFactoryProductions.com. Of course, you could hit him up there through there, and I'm going to show that website momentarily too. How you been, brother? How's the travels?
Oh man, I've been blessed, man. I'm fortunate, you know. It's a huge blessing to be acknowledged during the period of Black History Month, and to be acknowledged as Black History within Black History Month. You know, it's a lifelong dream come true. You know, and I'm just fully grateful and embracing of everything that I've received and everything to come. You know.
And I'm big up to Keisha Forrester is in the building. I know she's one of the people that has helped out with the film. Big up to Keisha, good friend of mine for many years, man. Always a dear friend, her and her husband, all the time, man. So, man, I watched it today. I didn't even want to wait. I wanted to wait till I get it fresh in my head, all of that stuff. But because I have a history with the Garvey movement, because my grandfather was a UNIA member in Jamaica. And he was there around, because we lived not too far from the prison, right where he was held called GP back in the day. And I believe he was the first Caribbean person to be sent back to the Caribbean, if I'm not mistaken. He was the first to be deported.
Yeah.
So this is a rich legacy that you're jumping on, and a big shoe. It's a big shoe. And he just got pardoned. The word, I keep on mixing up that word, but he got pardoned just recently. Yeah. And how do you feel about that? Let's talk about that. Let's he got pardoned just recently because of all the things from his political past and everything. What do you feel about that just happened?
The politically correct response is I'm grateful for the pardon, of course. It's great that someone in leadership of the United States acknowledges some sort of innocence within the crime that he was accused for. I also believe the pardon to be a huge factor and a huge push towards redemption, you know, reclaiming of our story and the reclaiming of our prolific, great, giant leader, Marcus Garvey. You know, I'm grateful because the pardon also creates curiosity amongst those who didn't know about Marcus Garvey. This created a media wave to where people high and far who didn't know or never heard of his name, now they have curiosity of who this guy was and why is he so important, and why is the reaction of Black people so elated and so happy and excited. And so what it does is it affords an opportunity for us to now us Garveyites and us Pan-Africanists to now get our hands dirty and re-educate the masses on who Marcus Garvey was. Right. Now, the other side of me, I do wish and I do yearn and pray for his full exoneration. A pardon is exactly what a pardon is. A pardon is I'm excusing you of this crime, but I'm not saying that you're completely innocent of that crime. So what a full exoneration is fully clearing him of this crime and establishing his innocence within the United States. I was over in Jamaica. I love the energy that was over there when Biden gave the pardon over here in the United States. I was actually in Jamaica at the time, and
really? Okay, how was that energy? What was that all about?
Oh yeah, we were actually screening the film in Montego Bay, man, and so we had traveled down to Kingston at the time that we got the news. And shout out to the UNIA president over there in Kingston, Stephen Golding. But I was actually with him at the time, and Americans, it was just this rave of like, oh my God, wow, finally. And in Jamaica, they're cool, man. They're like, man, hey, he's already exonerated over here. He's already pardoned. He's already exactly. And so that's for the United States to work out. We're happy that y'all did that, but that's for y'all to come to grips with and face your demons on. But that should be the energy across the world. We should fully exonerate Marcus Garvey. I mean, like I was saying in previous interviews, the facts are there within that trial. We all know that the trial was unjust. We know that it was bogus evidence that convicted him. We know that the leading evidence of that trial was an empty envelope with the UNIA letters on the back of it. And these are all in transcripts that you can find easily, and it's fully accessible for your learning and educating. And so,
I want to say, pardon your wisdom, my brother, but I want to say in the movie, I'm glad that you touched on the person that infiltrated the group, of course. Yes. And of course, part of a part of that organization of the alphabet boys, I like to say, I don't even like the alphabet boys, and I'm not talking about the other alphabet boy. I'm talking about the strategic alphabet boys that did what they had to do under another name at that time.
Another name, yeah.
What made you decide to go to that part? Because I seen the jumping back and forth from your childhood to the childhood of Marcus Garvey, until the adulthood. What made you wanted to stay on that portion of the courtroom and all of that was happening with the infiltration of the group? Let's go there.
Yeah, this was my attempt and our attempt collectively, myself, Gerard, and the rest of the team. This was our attempt at recreating history, recreating this trial, and putting it on a broad platform. We wanted to show you the inconsistencies with the evidences and testimonies within these individuals who were called to testify against Marcus Garvey. Right. We wanted to definitely emphasize James Wormley Jones, who was purposefully hired by the OI and Hoover to infiltrate the UNIA. They both got their careers off of infiltrating and tearing down the UNIA organization. Yes. In fact, Wormley was the first Black agent hired by the BOI and to do this. And we know that he befriended Garvey. We know he worked his way in and he snaked his way into retrieving information, detrimental information that was used against Garvey ultimately in the trial. And so we wanted to show that, the bizarre thing about everything was we didn't make this stuff up. This isn't fictional. We didn't creatively try to create a trial. This is stuff that's there. And the fact that people can still consider him as guilty for this crime, and the fact that this blemish is still on his record, and this blemish is still on the minds and the more importantly, the young minds, the young Black minds of this country, we wanted to clear that up and we wanted to clarify it, and emphasizing those key things. was our way of justifying Marcus Garvey. I call myself his attorney. We know that he represented himself in the trial, but through this film, I served as his attorney.
You know, and you know, I'm proud of the journey, and I'm proud of the grand attempt, because a lot, you know, I grew up under the whole auspices of Garvey, the music that we promoted, from Bob to Burning Spear and all these people that sang about Garvey as I was a child. And I got to eventually, I didn't get to meet Bob, but I got to eventually meet a lot of the reggae artists and actually produce events with them in New York. And their love for Garvey was so grander. You know, it was such a, because he had a grand presence.
Yes.
And, you know, although they was connecting him to different organizations, or people was connected to him from Noble Drew Ali, our most honorable Elijah Muhammad, all of this was Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, all of them coming from this. And I just finished watching Hazel Scott from Trinidad, the 2-piano player. She was connected through her father. Yep. So Garvey was a big influence. Yep. And so, and going into your history, brother, you're born here, right? Your family's from America, right?
Yeah. America, man.
And let me clarify something. Please, if you know your archaeological history, Caribbeans is Americas, is the Americas. Y'all better know this history. So don't get it twisted. That's why they call it the OAS, the Organization of American States. Do not get it twisted. True. So you being born here, because I'm so used to people from England coming over to do people here, but to see an American actor do a, because I thought Denroy Lindo was going to do it. I swear if Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. would have lived, he could have done it too. I think he had the look. So. What compelled you to want to do this story, even it's being that you're an American boy, where in Jamaica they say, hey, a Yankee boy traveling to Marcus Garvey, I want that blood clot. You know, what compelled you to even want to take on such a thing, man?
Yeah, first most we have to remember that Marcus Garvey was a worldwide leader of Black people. He wasn't marginalized to a particular region. He self-proclaimed himself to be the mass leader of millions of Black people all over the world. Exactly. And by that, his effect carried on across the world. Yes. And his effect and his legacy came across a young boy by the name of Samuel Lee Fudge. You know, at the time growing up, you know, I was witnessing and experiencing a lot of things that a lot of youth hadn't or wasn't during that time. I was seeing a lot of things that were wrong within my community, within society, and within the world. And from that, I gained a curiosity of wanting to resolve these things. I wanted to serve as a resolution more so than an addition to all the things that polluted my community. Okay. And through that, I educated myself. And through my yearning to want to educate myself, I had key people in my life that fed me this information and who took responsibility in cultivating me. And from that, I gained the understanding and insight of prolific leaders: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Du Bois, Booker T. Washington. And they made sense. And of course, the movements, their insights and wisdom on the movement and their solutions, you know, it made sense. But there was nothing like Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Marcus Garvey spoke to the boy in me that wanted to be a contribution to the uplifting of my people. He spoke confidence within me. He spoke encouragement, motivation. He enriched me with my heritage. He enriched me with my culture. He was the first to tell me to take what it is out in society that I wanted, and not to sit and wait around. He told me to pick myself up by my bootstrap, and to not pity myself, but instead conquer the world. More importantly, he told me that I wasn't just equal to the different races that I went to school with and that I saw in my communities. He told me, in fact, I was somewhat superior, you know, in myself, and I was of king and queen descent, you know. And so these things stuck out, especially to a young kid from the inner city. You yearn to hear words like that, you know. And a lot of people where I'm from, you know, we didn't have fathers in our life consistently. Right. And so, especially for me, Garvey served as an additional or a bonus father figure, right. You know. And so I yearn for the moment for me to become of age to where I can have a voice in society and an input and an opinion.
Right.
And best believe I was going to utilize the blueprint that Marcus Garvey left behind for me.
Right, right. And was any of your parents a Garveyite or part of that whole movement or learned about it?
My mom was a Garveyite without knowing.
Okay.
my mom was a Garveyite without knowing. My mom, she raised 2 children in a household by herself. You know, I witnessed my mom get up every morning at 6 a.m. in the morning to walk. We're talking about walking, no car. She walked me to elementary school. She walked my sister in a stroller to daycare, and still would walk further to a bus stop to get on a train to go an hour away from where we live to go to work for 8 hours to make barely enough to take care of us, to get back on that train, to get back on the bus, to get back to pick up my little sister from daycare and to go pick up me from school. And so that's a prime representation, and that's a prime that's the epitome of what Garvey stood for, as far as us making a way for our own and not like I say, pitying ourselves, but finding the better way. My mom was key and instrumental in my cultivation of Black entertainment. She's the one that taught me of Spike Lee, Robert Housing, Spike Lee. My mom educated me on these Black entertainers. So I say she didn't consciously know that she was a Garveyite.
Right.
I became.
Let's give your mom a well-deserved round of applause. Let me do that. Give mom a round of applause, you know, for just doing that. I used to work for Spike Lee. So I know that yeah. Hello. Can you hear me? Oh man, we just see as soon as we start talking about Garvey, can y'all hear me, people? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yes, come. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? As soon as we start talking about Garvey, this is what's happening when we talk about Garvey. See,
look, I'm used to it. I'm not even surprised. Don't be alarmed. It happens.
I'm not surprised either. I'm not surprised at all. I've been doing this for many years, and sometimes in these type of important moments, man, you know, and this was. And you was on fire, and they knew when people get on fire talking about this man. You know, I wore this hat for a reason, because Garvey was considered public enemy #1 in his time. Yeah, I know that for a fact. Big up to Professor Griff, who gave me this hat from Public Enemy. You know, and it's my boy, man. He live out here. So, you know, big up to Abundance Child. She in the building. What's up, Abundance Child? Welcome, Abundance Child in the building. What up, girl? Yeah, let me tell you something, brother. To see. To hear, to know that somebody like you with a genuine heart really portray, because they've been trying to put out this Garvey movie or some type of Garvey thing for years. But to know, and it's been, you know, it's been all over the place. Even when I was working for Spike Lee as a bodyguard, security guard back in the day with the Nation of Islam, they've been talking about Garvey for a long time. From your studies, who were some of Garvey's major influences before he even actually stepped into it? I did hear some rumblings. Do you remember?
As far as people, leaders he influenced?
That influenced him.
Oh, Booker T. Washington. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Booker T. Washington. Well, we know that Marcus Garvey was pretty found on Booker T. Washington. You know, it was through Booker T. Washington's up from slavery that Garvey realized that the Black struggle wasn't regional or in one particular country. You know, it was all over the world. And he gained an interest to wanting to come over to the United States and see what the struggle was and what was it about, and a desire to change. We also know that Booker T. Washington invited Garvey over to the United States. And before Garvey could get here, you know, he passed away.
Yep. Yes. That was so deep. But there was other leaders like W.E.B. Du Bois that was arguing and fighting against Garvey, calling him all kinds of names, and which you know, people like Steve Coakley call these guys what they call it, the boule. The boule back in the day. So I know a lot of other contingents, a lot of other things that surrounded the whole thing of him getting deported, and all of that came about from them attacking him, from the so-called J. Edgar Hoover of that time was looking out for him because they always wanted to prevent the rise of a Black Messiah.
Yeah.
You know, and you're doing this type of movie. What were some of the critiques that you got, but also some of the more successes that you got from doing this type of film?
The biggest critique was people wanted more. People wanted it to be longer, and it's crazy. Me and Gerard joke about it all the time, and I saw him comment. What's up, Gerard?
What's Gerard's name? What's his name on here?
I think he's under his production company, the DGBs.
Oh, okay. He must be way up. Yeah, because I know. Yeah, I'll check him out. Yeah. Gerard, big up to Gerard if he's in the chat, man. If he's in the chat, big up to Gerard. Yes.
So
go ahead.
But I mentioned him because
there he is. There he is. I see him. There you go. What up, Gerard? Big up, bro. What up, sir?
Yeah, man. People wanted it to be longer, and the crazy part about it was actually written shorter. So Gerard extended it. Gerard and team had extended it, and that's the biggest thing. You know, people wanted more. You know, Garvey's legacy and his life story, man, is very intriguing. You know, once you get a small piece of what his life was, you know, you want more. I'm talking about starting from his childhood all the way up into the ending. You know, everything about his life was theatrical. You know, it was a drama within itself. His life was a movie, man, a masterpiece. His life was art. You know, he was the epitome of starting with yearning, burning desire of wanting to change, and doing that single-handedly, of course with help, but you know, he sparked a mass movement that nobody at that time didn't do or couldn't do or not even fathom. And we're talking about during a period of no social media. You know, Marcus Garvey was media. When I was in Jamaica, I joked with a UNIA member, Garveyite, my guy. I tell him Garvey was social media. Garvey is social media. He is social media. We're talking about it. He used words. He used newsprint. He used art to get his messages across. Right. He used pictures, images. You know, he understood the importance.
Word of mouth. Yes, that's what we did. My grandfather said, my grandfather at 99 sang the release song of Garvey. He sang it. I can't even remember it. He remembered it at 99 years of age. He was singing.
Of course.
Yeah, I tried to record it. I think I recorded, but I can't find the cassette. To this day, I don't know where that cassette is. So
I have that from you, brother. I would buy that from
you. If I find it now, I wouldn't even sell it. I'll let you. No, if you want to do something with it, I'll let you use it. Just make sure you give my grandfather credit. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Because he sang that song to us because they used to go and gather every day around General Penitentiary to sing and try to release Garvey and fight for him and always, you know, petition against the fighting. So I know my family on that side were contractors and nurses, and some were lawyers and all that. So I know they was trying to do a lot of work.
And brother, that's the other part that I want to go back and
please, let's do it.
And include into my my love for Marcus Garvey and what stuck out the most, he reached the common man. You know, you didn't have to be in elite status. You didn't have to be wealthy. You didn't have to be of different organizations of esteem. He reached the common man and uplifted the common man to feel like a king, and uplifted the common woman to feel like a queen. And so just going back to that, you know, that was key and important, and that's why he was one of the most successes to do it, you know, because of his connection with the common Black person.
Now, was that the second wife you portrayed, or the first wife that you portrayed in there?
In the film?
In the film, yeah.
Yeah, it was the second wife.
Second wife, right? Yeah. I can
was,
remember both of them was named Amy, I believe. Both of them. I said, how you find two Amy's?
And both were significant. You know, we didn't. We had a certain amount of time, and both were very instrumental in the movements, and movement of Marcus Garvey. We know that Amy Ashwood, she was there at the start of the UNIA over in Kingston. You know, and we know the contributions of Amy Jocks Garvey. In her editorial, assistance with the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey, and she was instrumental in pushing the movement when he was incarcerated. You know, so we give credit to both. You know,
did you get to in Jamaica? Did you get to speak to Muta Baruka, or anybody from Cutting Edge and all them radio stations at Irie FM, Irie Jam?
Yeah, Irie FM. Yes, and I had an interview recently with Nationwide FM. Nationwide FM.
Okay. And I'm surprised they didn't catch you on RJR. I need to call my cousin. He works over there at RJR, because that don't make no sense. They should have had y'all on that show over there, and especially Muta Baruka, because Muta Baruka was definitely one of the people that encouraged and pushed the Garvey momentum back in his poetry, spoken poetry, and a friend of my aunt, man, what's his name? Oku Onura. Another dub poet. A lot of the poetry and the music, Garvey sparked a whole revolution in music, bro.
In music, brother.
In music alone. And that's why Bob Marley was so influential, by listening to Garvey or listening to Haile Selassie and what he taught, and what they taught, and how to Garvey was saying, look towards Africa for the great king. And, and boom, 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 boom. And so they looked at towards Selassie and all that kind of stuff. But, he was a whole Christian, though. He was like, he was a whole Christian. Did you ever get a chance to study that part of his religious background?
No.
Did you get to study that?
No, I haven't. I am curious, though. Once everything calms down a little bit. I know it never calmed down. We worked up a whirlwind of a storm here.
Yes.
But I do want to now go back. I do want to go back and dig deeper into my education of Marcus Garvey. Because of the film now, I'm afforded platforms and opportunities to educate people. And for me to be an educator of Garveyism, and Pan-Africanism, I have to, be to par with that. I was able to go into a United States systematic curriculum and obtain a master's degree in that. So I owe it to myself and our people to go back and obtain my PhD in Garveyism and Pan-Africanism. So I do plan on doing more further study into Marcus Garvey. I do plan on visiting the UK soon too. To see where he lived there, and also try to visit the college that he attended when he was there as well.
You know who did a very good presentation on Garvey was Dr. John Henry Clark. If you ever get a chance, check him out on YouTube. He broke down 100 years that made a Garvey.
Wow.
That you want to check out, because he was one of our esteemed historians that loved the whole thing, and he broke it down, and it was very, very compelling, because when people like John Henry Clark speaks about Garvey, he brings you right there. Your mind will go imagine yourself right there with breaking it down from what happened with the Maroons and all of that. He breaking it all down. So check it out. It's on YouTube. It's a good piece, man. I think you'll love it. If I find it, I will send it to you. Definitely. So, moving forward, what is the next step into Garvey and the portrayal in a bigger, larger production? Because they just did it with Bob Marley with One Love, and a lot, my family members was a part of the early parts of Bob Marley. Matter of fact, my family members was one of the band members of the Scatterlights back in the day. That was one of the trumpet players for Bob back in the day. So when they was younger. So what is the next thing for people like Garvey and a full-fledged produced movie? What's that next? what's that looking like with y'all? You and your brother Gerard.
Yeah, it's two answers to that, man. The first one is you can definitely expect more from us. The beautiful part about Gerard and I, man, I compare us to like Shaq and Kobe. You know, I'm talking about the way he's probably laughing right now. But you can compare us to like Dwayne Wade and Shaq. You know what I mean? I say that to say we are both heavily passionate about our artistry, but more so we are heavily passionate about the legacy of Marcus Garvey. And so with us two collectively, you know, you can expect all types of more artistry on Marcus Garvey from different platforms. You know what I mean? And you know that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, we're supposed to shed light and spread the. It's not for us to obtain the light on our own. It's for us to motivate others to dig deep, but also to create. Now, I think we opened up a floodgate. To be honest, you know, we are the first to create a narrative film based on Marcus Garvey, and I think once people get more of a wind of what's going on, and once they dig deeper and see, you know, the resources that we utilize, and what it looked like for us to go through this daunting process, you know, I think that would give them encouragement to other artists, encouragement to create more media on Marcus Garvey. So I say I think that the opportunity is endless right now, man, limitless. We started something, you know, that, you know, probably last for the rest of I say until the world is, you know what I mean?
That's funny. And, you know, I love what Abundance Child just wrote, because I just sent this clip. I just sent this to Julius Garvey. I just sent it to his text. I don't know if he's gonna see it because he hasn't been answering my phone lately. But do you know of any collabs, or are you a part of any with the surviving son, Julius Garvey, efforts to ensure continuity of Marcus Garvey's legacy in 20? Are y'all in contact with him yet? Did you get the contact?
At least me, not personally. I'm not sure if production is, or I'm not sure if our other consultants are in communications in regards to collaborating. But why not? I don't see there should be any barrier between us collaborating. I think anyone who could see this film would see our passion and our drive and our commitment to want to exonerate him in our eyes, but also to pass on the legacy and to keep it going. I think that's enough to be honored. You know what I mean? And I think that's enough to be acknowledged as well by anyone, you know. And we also, you know, when we created this project, you know, we always wanted it to be a collaborative effort. You know, we sent it over to Stephen Golden in Jamaica. We sent it over to other people to take a look and to contribute and add, and what, you know, to make sure that the film was effective in the way that it was, you know. So we always have been open to collaborating. But please, I've been saying in multiple interviews, you know, I would love to meet Dr. Julius Garvey.
I'm gonna text you the email privately right now. So you can have his email, because this was sent to me recently, because I had his number and he used to answer that. And when I text the lady, is this his number? She said, yeah, it's still his number. So, but I think his wife is monitoring it. So respect to his wife, Miss Garvey. I know he's older, and, you know, they look out for their husbands. You know, I know what it is, you know, Absolutely. And it is what it is. And they don't want, so I'm gonna send you something right now, an email at least, because it's not, you know, it's not his phone. I can't just send you his phone. I don't want that to happen. But I want, you know, make sure you get a chance. I think I spelled Garvey wrong, so you got it though. It's Julius Garvey. I sent the email. It just sent to you. So I just want to make sure y'all have at least that email connection, because I think he needs to see this.
Yeah, it's been other people as well, you know, who have connections with him, and that's trying behind the scenes to make it happen. So I would be truly honored, and I think I described in another interview that, you know, meeting Dr. Julius Garvey to discuss this project, but not even just the project, to discuss the legacy of his father, would bring out the inner child of me. You know, that would be the closest thing to Marcus Garvey, you know, that I could consider. You know what I mean, and that I could praise. So absolutely, man, and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, you know. And who played the young Garvey in the film? Who's that dude? He looked like Luke.
His name is William Birch. William Birch,
man, did a great job, man. Laying in the grave there and all that kind of stuff. I was watching all that. I was like, man, and that's how deep them holes are in Jamaica too, when they digging them holes.
And what's important, brother, is and shout out to Gerard and Alima. I give them mad credit. You know, one thing for certain, you know, everybody a part of this production, not just the cast, but even the crew. I'm talking about from the person who may be considered to have the lightest job. Everyone understood the seriousness of this film, and everybody knew the importance of it and what we were creating. You know, we all approached this delicately. You know, we wanted to make honor of it, not just on screen, but also the energy around set. You know what I mean? And so, and William, just a young guy, I forgot how old he was at that time. You know, but even him understanding the gravitude of what was happening. You know, we all knew that we were taking part in history. You know, and once again, shout out to Gerard. You know, he set the tone. He every single day on set. First off, you think this Garvey shirt is cool. Gerard has a million Garvey shirts. And in fact, we battled each other on set with who had the best Garvey shirts. And every day it would be crazy because they'd be like, oh, you got me today. But I just said his leadership was mass, you know, and huge. You know, it set the tone and everyone understood what the mission was.
You know, I should have worn my Garvey hoodie. I like those challenges.
Yeah.
I like two good, nice Garvey's hoodie. Big up to Red Pill and Blue Pill. You know, on a futuristic level, do you think that a cartoon? Because I know they tried the comic book back in the day. I had a Garvey comic book, a Harriet Tubman comic book back in the day. I forgot the name of the company. They always used to produce a lot of Black-owned or melanated-owned comic books. Will you think an animation would also do good around the Garvey from your perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, think about Garvey and the way that he used media to get his messages across. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, there was editorials of cartoons within the Negro world. You know what I mean? So I think Garvey would be in agreement to any media, any form of media to further spread Garveyism and the movement. I think he would be. I think he would approve of. You know, cartoons is definitely a way to reach the youth. In comparison, you know, the system utilizes cartoons to misfeed information that they want our youth to know. They use cartoons to push agenda. We know this, you know, so why not use cartoon to influence our young Black youth? You know what I mean?
Right. And, you know, and I'm like I said earlier, you know, I'm very proud of your journey, man. I'm here. Here's your, of course, the website here is fudgefactoryproductions.com and films that they've done. Lotus is the name of this movie. Stop Killing Over Here, Our Lives, or Stop Killing Our Lives. What is it called?
It's called 38.
Oh, yeah, it is 38. I see it. 38. I see it. Okay. Yes. That movie. And of course, this one here is 1,100 Years, Free Morris Franklin. Canoe, of course, Garvey. This picture here, man, you caught me out there when I seen that picture. I was like, whoa, he looked like Garvey for real.
Shout out to Gerard for that. Gerard and Nalima. I wish I looked so young on that, man. I wish I was I was more of age at that time, you know, but oh my God, it's powerful, man. It was powerful the day we shot it, and we knew, you know, that would be the cover. In fact, I think Gerard surprised us with this being the cover of the film, but we knew it was powerful. Did you when you watched the film, brother? Did you see the final shot of me with the militant uniform on?
No, I didn't get to see that part.
Now that's the one you need to see. That's the imagery you need to see.
You had the whole regalia. Oh, get out of here! I was sitting here in front of the computer. I think somebody.
It's at the end. It's at the end.
Somebody called me and I had to get on the phone. I know it had finished, and I was they called me and I got to look at it. Now I got to look at it. See, now you got to look at it, because that's the image that I grew up watching all the time. Yeah. And then people used to say in the Moorish movement that Noble Drew Ali was also sitting next to him. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I don't know how true that was, but they said this one man that was sitting next to him was Noble Drew Ali. I didn't know. I'm not sure. I gotta talk to these Moors. They keep on saying that, you know, a lot of history's been thrown out, but, you know, Elijah Muhammad was there, and I mean, a lot of stuff was going on in this type of thing. So, my brother, let me ask you one more question, because I'm not going to keep you long, my brother. I just wanted to make sure people know. Please support the movie on Prime. Please go on Prime. It's a beautiful movie. And you could go to mosiahthemovie.com also to find out and get more information. But I watched it on Prime. Beautiful presentation for the short amount of time, because it was short. You're right. 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I'm like, Lord have mercy. What's going on? But
what's key too, brothers. Also, this is our form of the Black Star Line. Just as Garvey initiated black revenue being recycled for the better of our people, this is our form of the Black Star Line. Invested into this project is invested into your liberation. You know what I mean? Because we weren't funded by a major studio for this production. There wasn't Lion Gates wasn't knocking on the door trying to help produce this film. This was solely from the pockets of people who believed and had faith in this project, but also in what Garvey had done and what the legacy can continue to do. So that's why the support is essential. Me just being me, I always say, if we're able to spend money on marijuana, if we're able to go to the club, we're able to buy red bottoms, we're able to buy Louis Vuitton and all this stuff. Why can't we put money into our own education, especially when we know that this is genuine and authentic and for our good? You know what I mean? So that's why we encourage people to support this film, and yes.
I'm glad, because Marcus Garvey spoke about him coming in the whirlwind and these cubs, these other lions growing up, coming out, because the UNIA is not as powerful as it used to be back in the day, but the Cubs are showing their self. The Cubs have been. I've been influenced by Mr. Farrakhan's moms and dad was a part of it. Malcolm X's moms and dad was a part of it. Hazel Scott's moms and dad, Adam Clayton Powell and all of them was they all said they was influenced, even by Marcus Garvey.
Bro, we all are. Especially in the United States, we all are. We just don't know consciously. Like I see people all the time with this Pan-African flag. I see hip hop artists with this flag, and a lot of people don't even know where it came from, how it originated. Gerard can explain this in depth. This flag was created by Marcus Garvey because he had heard a song entitled "Every Nation Has Its Flag But the Coon," and so in response and out of wanting to create something for us, this is how this flag was created. And and so that's just a small piece of symbolism of how much of Garvey influences our Black culture today. Subconsciously, we don't even know. Rap music, we talk about Rastafarian music and reggae, but let's talk about hip hop and rap. We talking going back to Public Enemy and all this. What was the roots for that? Who expressed? Marcus Garvey was the first rapper. He was the first rapper. He expressed himself through language and through word and a rhythm in a way that you could be hypnotized by his words. And so he's everywhere. You know what I mean? We just have to, and that's where education comes and re-educating our people.
And Mr. Samuel, I love how you captured his voice and how he spoke fast. And the Black people in America, he spoke just like that. That cadence was I used to play him on a radio show back in the late 90s on a radio show called the Black Connection radio show on WNWK back in the day. 15-minute segments of Marcus Garvey while music was bubbling under him. And
can I express something? A fun fact about that.
Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
In my training, man, I was heavy, and I still am today. I was heavy in Shakespeare. And there's a different rhythm to Shakespearean words, but we that stems from the UK, how they speak over there. That's why a guy from the UK can come over here and take all our women. You know what I mean?
Idris Elba.
But they talk with a rhythm, you know what I mean? And just out of curiosity, it makes me wonder, was Garvey's speech influenced by UK culture when he was training and studying over there? You know what I mean? And so it was easy for me to develop that rhythm just based off of my training from Shakespeare. You know,
you got to remember, Jamaica was part of the British.
True. Yes,
yeah, of course it was. Of course.
True.
My family, when we migrated out of Jamaica and Cuba, they went to England, Canada, they went to America, they went to all them places there. You know what I'm saying? And so, my mother very much loved to articulate herself. Even her writing, her penmanship. At 86 years of age, she still write a certain way and speak and pronounce certain things a certain way, like she was in an English class from England. so it's a beautiful thing to know, man. And again, I want to say I'm proud of your journey, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
Your whole team. Big up to Gerard.
Yes.
Maybe I can have Gerard on here one day. Tell him I'd love to interview him as just being a part of this thing. And big up to Keisha and everybody, and of course the sister Alicia and all the whole team. And what you want to shout out the team? You want to shout out the team again, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God! Shout out to Gerard. Shout out to Pocket. Shout out to Alima. Shout out to Keisha. For continuing to push this film. Thank you. Shout out to Abundance Child for believing and seeing the vision and helping push this as well. Shout out to Stephen Golding for putting in the groundwork and traveling all over the world to screen this film. You know, we've screened this film in the UK. We screened this film in Wales. We screened this film in Barbados. We screened this film all over the world. You know, shout out to Stephen. Shout out to the rest of the cast, Britt Scales, William Birch. Shout out to the actors who played those hard portrayals of these characters. The gentleman who played Wormley Jones. You know, shout out to the rest of the team. Shout out to the wardrobe designer. So you got me started. You should never said.
Hey, you got enough time. We got until 9 o'clock. We good.
You should never got me started. Shout out to shout out to our family members, you know, in addition to the cast and crew. Shout out to the people who in our personal lives knew what we were encountering at that time and how important what we were taking on was, and allowed for us to support, you know, and gave us the support to push through that. I had a lot of people during that time. Shout out to our influences. More importantly, shout out to Marcus Garvey, Mosiah Garvey, and the legacy of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I'm truly grateful. It's just crazy, you know, being from a perspective of wanting to someday be Marcus Garvey and to or at least mimic at least a small portion of what Marcus Garvey accomplished or done while he was here, and now being able to educate people on who Marcus Garvey is, you know, that's a blessing, and I'm truly grateful. And I just want everyone to know that I would never take that for granted, and I treat these opportunities with full seriousness, because I would be doing no justice to Marcus Garvey's legacy if I took any of this lightly. It's because of him that I'm able to shed light on this strong, massful movement. And so shout out to everyone who's supporting this film behind the scenes, pushing it. Shout out to everyone who's viewing this film. Thank you for investing into your education and your liberation as a Black American or Black wherever you are. Thank you for investing into your culture. You know,
like the end of the Malcolm X movie. I am Marcus Garvey.
I am Marcus Garvey.
I am Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
I hope Spike got to see the movie, because I know.
Oh man,
it would be beautiful. I knew his bodyguard. I'm gonna find out what Earl is doing and find out if he's still. Because we all used to work together back in the '90s, but I do run into him from time to time. You know, on the last note, brother. Let me tell your brother Gerard. Gerard, please take a snapshot of this number. Text me. This is my number right here, direct to my pocket. So text me at that number right there. Even our brother Samuel could attest. That's my number. So text me. I want to interview you probably next month or April. We could do it. I got Women's History Month coming up, so I got to make sure I salute my sisters all the way, 1,000%. And brother, last but not least, man, we're in Georgia, so we got to catch up. You know that, right?
Yes.
I'm out here now. I live out here now, so we
got to go to Black Wall Street.
We're supposed to go to Black Wall Street. That's where we need to go. I want to introduce you to the owners, the people that are handling now, because the owner transitioned. But he owned this place, man. They have Marcus Garvey Road. They got Madame Toussaint. you got to be there. So on a good weekend, like this weekend is also good. Saturday or Sunday is good to go and meet some of them people, and so people can feel your energy and love you. And I'll take you around to all the vendors, man, that are good people. Because remember, Garvey was all about independent business, doing for self. And that's all melanated businesses in that Black Wall Street right now, the new Black Wall Street. So
and then, brother, on March 25th, March 25th, we'll be screening at the Big Bethel AME Church here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Really? Okay.
Yes. And I will. This will be the first time in live person that I will be portraying Marcus Garvey in live, so you'll get the full experience.
Oh man, let me write this down on my calendar, man. Stop playing. I got a real calendar. I'm writing things down. March 25th, you said?
Yes, March 25th. Big Bethel AME Church.
That's a Tuesday, March 25th.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Okay, got it. Let me put that
of course
down.
You'll get the experience to film with other Black folks. We'll get to congregate and celebrate this film together. But also, like I said, I'll be Marcus Garvey in the flesh.
Text me the link, please. Text me the link or the flyer so I can promote it for you. I will promote it right here on my platform so we can really get some more butts in the seats. I know how that works. Yeah. I'm a promoter for a long time. On that note, family, last but not least, I want to ask you, what would you suggest that our parents now that are raising children now, what would you stress to them in the importance of teaching their children Garvey? And it's all, you can land this mothership right here, right now. Go ahead, my brother. Talk to them.
Oh man, what can I express to them in teaching Garvey to the kids, to the youth, young Black youth? Oh man. Wow, bro. That's a strong, and I got so many answers for it. To emphasize one, I would say to be accurate and truthful in the information shared to the young Black youth. You know, their minds are very delicate and valuable. You know, what we obtain as youth, these are things that carry on with us as we become adults. So I think it's important to shed light on all the positive and enriching and uplifting things that Marcus Garvey preached in his teachings. I think we do need to emphasize Black self-resilience, you know, within our day-to-day affairs. You know, we do need to emphasize the importance of respect, self-respect as Black people. You know, we need to start looking towards investing into our own, you know, into our people, you know, Black businesses, and also more importantly, just take Black education, Black history education more seriously. Nowadays, you know, that's accessible through the click of a button, you know, not like how it was back then when we had to go to the library and look in the back of the library and hope we can find a Marcus Garvey book somewhere because the public library probably hid it.
Yes, they used to do that. Yes.
Stop. But
no, they used to do that, sir. They used to do that one time when I was younger. Yep.
So you know, we need to share, you know, we need to the thing about Marcus Garvey, brother, is his legacy is so contemporary. You know, it's easy for the young mind to attach and identify themselves through the fight of Marcus Garvey and the legacy of Marcus Garvey. I think just bringing awareness more than anything would be beneficial to the future of Black people through our youth, even if it's a picture of Marcus Garvey hanging on the wall, or even if it's just this red, black, and green flag, you know, just bringing more awareness to Marcus Garvey and the name. All it takes is just bringing awareness to the name, and the spirit through the name will do the rest, you know?
Right. Somebody just asked, can they get a piece of the character right now? Can you say something in Garvey's words right now for the people? They want to hear what my brother got to say. Come on, let's do it, brother. Let's go.
Oh man, the accent is rusty. Okay. How much longer will you endure the pain and suffering that this country thrusts upon you? Dive down, Black man, dive down and dig. Reach up, Black man and woman, and turn this nation's knowledge to you. Turn ye around and make a compass of you, everything north, south, east, and west. And just as you bow down to the white man today, other races will then bow down to you because of the superiority of your minds. Let us grow in concerts of ourselves, determined to use our minds. Because if you liberate the minds of men, then ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men. And
you guys all right, man. That was good.
you can't do that. No, I can't get me started and then try to turn me off. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
My father did not suffer and die to give me an education to slight the stress or discourage my people. Because whatsoever education that I inquire through his sacrifice, I shall use for the salvation of the 400 million black people and this world. And the day that I forsake my people, may God Almighty say there shall be no more light for you. That's it. That's it.
Let's get a round of applause. Whoa. Oh man, hey, yo, let me find out. Bro, you know, I interviewed Queen Mother Moore.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of Queen Mother Moore?
No.
Queen Mother Moore was one of the people, the Garveyites under Marcus Garvey back in North Carolina. And let me tell you a brief story. She told us in an interview before she transitioned, she said one time in North Carolina, Garvey was threatened by the police officers not to speak at a forum.
Yeah.
And the police came in and surrounded the whole building.
Yeah.
And everybody in the audience kept on saying, "Speak, Garvey, speak." And the police, they started surrounding the audience. And it was only like 300 police, but it was like 500 of them. Everybody's like, "Speak, Garvey, speak." And then what everybody in the audience did, they all pulled out a gun.
Yeah.
And she said she pulled out 2 guns, and they said, "Speak, Garvey." And Garvey said, "As I was saying."
That was Audrey Moore. Audrey Moore led that.
Yes.
Yeah, but the mayor actually of New Orleans didn't want it. He didn't want Garvey to speak, and they made it. The Audrey Moore led it as like I said, and they made it. He is going to speak, and he better, and he did, and he introduced right when the speech started. He apologized for missing the night previous because of the shutdown, and one of the officers got mad, and if I'm not mistaken, he said, "I'll show you something," or something he said. Right. And that's when everyone jumped to the to the cause. And like you said, yeah, Audrey Moore, she had 2 guns, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I got to meet her. That's Queen Mother Moore. That's who I interviewed.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sitting here saying her name. Yeah.
Queen Mother Moore. That's who I got to interview.
Yeah, brother.
My cousin threw away.
Wait, where is she?
She passed on. She passed on in New York. Yeah, she was like, but she passed. She was 90-something years of age. I met her at that time. And in the 90s, around 90s, early 2000, I think she passed around late 90s. I had met her and I met John Henry Clark before they passed on. But yo, she was a powerful woman. Big up to Dolores Blakey. If I can find her, I'll connect her with you because she has all of the archives from Queen Mother Moore, Dolores Blakey. I'll find if I can find her. I know she's still alive. So she should take care. But I'll let y'all know, man. But man, brother, this has been wonderful. I'm gonna see if I can make it out to the church on the 25th of March. Make sure you send me a flyer so I can promote it. Shout it out. Just text me the flyer and I'll put it on my God broadcast every day, bro. I like to share this message. So, man, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom, sharing that voice, man.
Thank you.
And big up to your whole team that you shouted out earlier.
Yes, everybody. Shout out to Gerard's baby, beautiful, precious girl. Shout out to my son. You know, they were we call them Mosiah babies, you know.
Mosiah babies. That's good. The babies are coming. But thank you, brother. And family, make sure you follow him on all his social media, all of that. You could can I give them your email or no? Can I give them your email or no? You don't
no.
Okay, won't give no personal. So just go to his website, all of that. Make sure y'all support the website, the IG, the FB, all of that is in the chat already pinned at the top of the chat. Brother Samuel, thank you, sir, for coming. And we got to talk. We're going to talk. We got to talk.
Sir. Black Wall Street. Yeah,
I'm going to go over there this weekend if you want to go. If you're in town.
Yes.
Let me know if Saturday or Sunday is good. I'll call you by Friday and see if Saturday or Sunday is good for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much, man. Have a great night, all right? Peace and love.
You too, brother.
All right, that brother is powerful, man. Let's give him a round of applause again. Woo! Man. When I say, I gotta sound like Ray Charles. What I say, this is what I say. This is what I say. I gotta be like Ray Charles. This is what I say. Yo, Man, that was a good show. Family, make sure y'all share this, man. We had a great time. Big up to Gerard and the whole crew. Gerard, remember, don't forget to text me, man. I definitely would love to interview y'all, man. And if you're in Georgia, we could all meet over there at the New Black Wall Street. I'll introduce you to the people that's running the stuff. And we can make it happen, man. Do a nice little play over there, a nice little presentation over there. Again, family, support the movement that he's doing with this whole thing. That's Fudge Factory Productions.com. That's FudgeFactoryProductions.com. It's right there at the bottom. And of course, he's on FB. He's on Instagram. He's on Mosiah, the movie, on Instagram. Man. I love it. Keisha, but Sister Keisha, Abundance Child, all of y'all in the chat, man. I know y'all had a good time, man. Brother Gerard, I know y'all had a good time. Thank y'all very much for being a part of this journey. All right, family. So, like Frankie Crocker used to say in New York, let me take a step to the rear and get the heck on out of here. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the late, great Frankie Crocker. Family, this was a very good time, a very good moment. And please share the history of Marcus Mosiah Garvey anywhere. And I'm glad that Abundance, I'm going to give you a call after. So look out for I'm going to give you a call after because you said something about something being debunked. So I'm glad it was, whatever. I won't ever shout that out if it was debunked. So about that history there. So, but thank y'all very much for being a part of this journey. Just want to remind all you beautiful people, of course, this is the last Wednesday of the month of February. The last Wednesday of the month of February. Do remember, make sure y'all support Nicholas Brooklyn and what they're doing. Nicholas Brooklyn at Eventbrite, or call the number right there. They got a next event coming up on the 28th. And in the month of March, I got Queen Esther. Queen Esther is a healer, holistic health practitioner, but also she works with the moon magic. So she's going to be here on March the 2nd, which is that's number 2 is ruled by the number that's ruled by the moon. Dominique Sade, Qigong master and author, and also Queen Esther's an author. Also March the 5th, Kateria Knowles, she got the new book coming out. She's an astrologer, or what she calls astrologics. And then I got Rosalind Hunt, the great songstress. From Cherie, that group called Cherie, but she also sung the song Murphy's Law and all that kind of stuff. I got her coming in. She's the great daughter of Geraldine Hunt and the great sister of Freddie James. March the 12th, I have her coming in. And then I have this extraordinary lady that invented some great gloves for children, but she also invented a great tarot cards. It's not cards, it's cars. And she's giving you the tarot breakdown with the cars and the extraordinary old school cars. Make sure y'all check out Cinnamon right here on March the 16th. It's going to be off the hook. And remember, Paris returns to Georgia. Paris Williams returned to Georgia on the March the 15th. From 2 to 5 p.m. at the Zen Bar that's owned by a dear friend of mine. Her name is Sacred Secret. And remember, join my membership. Join the membership. And remember my book, of course, Numerovational and Spiritual Lessons of Life. The ebook is $5.55. The Numbers Are Simple, Children's Health is Important ebook is $6.99. And of course, the Numerovation for Mental Stability ebook is $12.12. And if you can't get it that way, you know you can go to Amazon and get all my books. Right now, I have a limited amount of copies, signed copies personally from me. If you want to get a signed copy, if you're in the United States of America, please text me at 347-496-1022. Or if you're outside the United States, it's best for you to order it through Amazon in UK, Amazon Canada, Amazon.com, whatever. And or if you are here in America, you can get a signed copy with my name and your name on it. Remember, you can get all my books on Amazon. I'll go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerator. Big up to one of my moderators in the building, Color Curiosity. Make sure you sign up for that. Feng Shui in your life, Unk in your life, fashion consultant, and color therapy. She can help you out. Big up to Dr. Shakira Moore. She got her new book called The Iris Papers coming up. Oh, yeah. Go pre-order that right now. Big up to my son, Jalil or JB. Hit him up at the number right there on the bottom. And also, don't forget, my other son has a recording studio right in New York City. Hit him up at any one of those numbers on there. And if you want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. My other ebook is coming out around March 11th or April the 1st. Boom. This one is the second volume of the Numerovational Spiritual Lessons in volume 2 coming out. And remember, the Angel and Angle Number book is coming out. And my children's book, this one is coming out around my grandmother's birthday on June the 22nd. All right, remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say, and still saying in the heavenly energy and the energetic energy of the heavens. Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Family, thank y'all very much for coming out. Hey, all love is out to the spirit and soul of Marcus Mosiah Garvey for being pardoned, but we want him to have full exoneration. So that's what we're about. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Thank y'all very much for being a part of the journey. Remember, I love you because I love me. Take care. Peace and love.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
It's your girl Sandy Daly, and it's Reggae and World Music's biggest night of honor, the 42nd Annual International Reggae and World Music Awards, IRAMA, hosted by legendary comedian, actor, and lifetime honoree Oliver Samuels, with performances from Nigel Boy, Belize legend Loy Rayburn, Richie Stevens, Everton Blender, D'Angel, and a galaxy of other reggae and world music acts. Going down at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, South Florida, Sunday, March 30th, 2025, with celebrity red carpet arrivals at 6 p.m. For a limited time, get 50% discounted tickets now at irama.com. Or to become a sponsor, email iramasponsor@gmail.com. Sponsored by Broward County, Florida Cultural Division, Tough Gong International, VP Records, Reggae Festival Guide, Elite Chauffeurs Florida, and so many others. Powered by Martin's International, bringing nations together through music and culture.
Eye Opener Productions presents Magical Kemet Revisited, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. In honor of our previous Magical Kemet event 14 years ago, we once again bring you Master Teacher M. Fundishi, J. Hootie Mess, and Professor Kaba Kamene.
In ancient Kemet, they had showed that that's not a star there. I know it's a nebula. And a nebula gives birth to stars. And so Sirius A comes from that nebula. And then the ancient Kemet U said, we also come from that nebula. That birthed our star. So this gets really deep. So we're going to, I'm telling people, bring some boots, because it's going to get real deep. We're going in real deep.
In calling, so you are now going to understand that it is time now to move back and get back onto the path of Ma'at. And on the path of Ma'at, is where you are on your road to your destiny and what you were called for. And the longer that you go on this road, as you become an elder and you get more mature and you're moving through, your journey becomes clearer.
Make sure you get your tickets in advance for $30. Tickets will be sold at the door for $40. For tickets, scan this code or go to magicalchemist.eventbrite.com. We will be at the Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Health Science Building. Enter at the gate on Flatbush Extension between DeKalb and Willoughby.
It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful. When in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, motivation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class.